And welcome to Freedom with Marketing. Today we're going to talk about email copywriting secrets. I'm going to share with you some valuable tips and tricks, how to craft compelling email copy so you can increase your conversions and you can achieve the results that you want to with email. So a little bit about my experience first. I've been involved with email marketing now for several years. I think probably around 7 years. I first got into email marketing after I started to write content for blogs, and that led to copywriting, which led to email marketing. And since then, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on training to improve the skills that I have. I've spent years learning the craft. I'm not perfect. I don't know all the answers, but I do know a foolproof way on how to get results, which pretty much guarantees your success in the long term. So let's dive into email copywriting secrets. Number one, a single email is not that important. One of the biggest mistakes that I have personally made throughout my career as an email marketer several years ago was thinking that one email is so important. If you look at it on a small scale, that yes, that it does feel like your email is important. I actually spend hours writing single emails, and then when you see that this one email generated a significant amount of sales for the client, well, you're happy with it. But now that I've got a bit more experience in all of this and I can look back, I can tell you with certainty that one email is not that important. Don't focus on writing a single email. Look at how your one email fits into your bigger picture of your email marketing strategy. How does that single email fit into your weekly schedule, your monthly schedule, your quarterly schedule? And even think about how significant your one email is in the grand scheme of things over the course of 12 months. You need to consider how your one single email fits into your overall marketing strategy, which might include your social media marketing, your email marketing, and any other types of advertising that you have, and into your overall business strategy so you can achieve your financial goals and any other business goal that you have. So when you look at it from that perspective, one email is not that important. So the best way to approach writing an email is get it out to the best of your ability as fast as you can, put it out to the market, see what happens, and then try to improve next time. Email copywriting secret number two. This directly leads from the previous one, that one email is not that important, and usually what you actually write in the email isn't that important either. What's more important is how you send and communicate your message to different people on your list. Let's say, for example, on your list, you have people that have bought from you in the past and people that have not bought from you in the past. It's generally considered in sales and marketing that a customer that has bought from you in the past is between 10 to 16 times more likely to become a repeat customer compared to someone that has not bought from you to become a first time customer. I don't know who said that, and I can't point to any data to actually back it up. But in my experience and looking at the data from email marketing, when I send emails out to clients' lists, I can kind of see a similar sort of pattern that I typically get about 10 times more results from people that have bought in the past compared to someone that has not. So what this means is it makes far more strategic sense to send emails out with a specific goal in mind and a specific nuanced message based on the people who are on your list. If someone hasn't bought from you in the past, you might want to try and sell them a $4.99 book or a very low priced offer, or to try to get them into your $5 or $10 a month membership, super low barrier of entry, rather than trying to get them to book a call to start off with compared to someone that has bought from you in the past. If you wanted to generate sales and you wanted to send out a mini promotion to get 5 people to book a call or to fill 5 spots in your premium offer, it might not be a good idea to send it out to your entire list. Rather, it would be better to identify the people on your list who are most likely to buy. And this could be people whose past behaviors that you have some data on. Maybe they booked a call, maybe they spoke to you, spoke to your sales team, whatever it is, and they are more likely to buy than someone that's just joined your list in the first for a few days. The point of what I'm trying to make is that it's more important of who you send your emails to on your list rather than what's in them. List segmentation is a powerful secret. And when you understand the nuances between different people on your list, you can send specific messages to people and you'll get better results. Email copywriting secret number 3. This is the spaghetti at the wall approach. I want you to imagine that you have a bowl of spaghetti and you have decided for whatever reason that you're going to throw it at your wall. You toss your bowl of spaghetti at the wall, the bowl smashes, the spaghetti splatters everywhere, there's sauce up everywhere, there's all a massive mess, and the spaghetti starts to slide down. 10 minutes later, you might have a few pieces of spaghetti that stick on the wall. That is the analogy of throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. Same is true with emails. The strategy is try lots of different types of email, send them out, see which performs the best according to your metrics and your goals. Identify what works, identify what doesn't work. When you find what works, do more of that. When you find what doesn't work, do less of that. And repeat. When you do this, you are testing your way to find what your unique list with your unique subscribers and their unique behaviors and everything that's so unique and special about your specific list. You can find what they respond to best and you can test your way to success. Email copywriting secret number 4. We've all heard the saying that 9 out of 10 businesses fail in the first year, and that 9 out of 10 businesses that survive the first year will fail within 5 years. Most people look at that in a pessimistic point of view and think, well, if the chances of failure are so high, then I'm not going to take the risk. The way that I view that is that if 9 out of 10 businesses fail, that means 1 in 10 businesses succeed. So you have to be prepared to fail 9 times statistically in order to have your business succeed. Same is true when it comes to your emails. You are guessing. When you send out emails to your list, to start off with, you use different types, you use different styles, you use different formats. You're guessing. And anyone that tells you otherwise is lying or naive. You're just making your best guess at what will work. Most time, it's not going to work. But you keep doing it, and eventually you are going to see patterns. And this is exactly the same as the spaghetti at the wall. When you can identify the patterns by looking at your data, you can pick the winners, you can pick what works best for your unique list, and you can do more of it. You have to be prepared to send emails out and to get complaints from your list, to write a week's worth of emails only to find that nobody actually books a call or clicks your link or buys. You got to be prepared. You just continue to test, and it might take a month for you to find the winners. It might take you 6 months to find the winners. But as long as you continue to do it, you will find what emails work best, and then just do more of it. Email copywriting secret number 5. This is something that I heard after paying a significant amount of money to join a 12-week copywriting program back in 2021, I think it was. Just a little bit of context at the time, the amount that I invested was probably about 20 to 30% of all the money that I had in the world. But I really respected this brand and wanted to learn and succeed. And I can tell you now that my investment in this coaching program has paid off to date, maybe 25 times over. So just to give you a little bit of context of where this comes from. Copywriting secret, email copywriting secret number 1 is that one email is not important. This can be applied to your social media too. One social media post is not that important. And likewise, if you're using paid ads, one ad is not that important. But what you can do is when you do find a winning ad or a winning email or a winning social media post, then it does become important. And it becomes important because it gives you results. If you have a successful Facebook ad, you can use the same ad as an email. Obviously, you can't copy and paste a Facebook ad into email and expect to get similar results. But the idea and the concept inside that ad will most likely work if you use it in your email. Likewise, find your social media posts that have the highest engagement and get the biggest results for you. What is the idea in it? What is the concept? Rewrite it, use it as an email, or use it even as an ad. When you view it like this, your ads can become emails, your emails can become ads, your ads and emails can become social media posts, your social media posts can become emails and ads. You have if you're running paid advertising, you've got a lot of data and a lot of information there. You can see which ideas win when you're running ads. These ideas have a higher probability of being successful, not certain, but a higher probability of being successful if you just use the same ideas in your emails too. Email copywriting secret number 6. The best way to write compelling email copy that gives you conversions and gives you the results you want is to give people what they want in a way that they want to receive it. And how do you find that out? Ask people. Send an email out to your list and ask them, what kind of problems are you having? How would you like me to help you solve these problems? Hit reply, let me know. Collect this information, put it in a spreadsheet, analyze it, use this to plan your content in the next few weeks and the next few months. I like to send an email out like this every quarter, and by doing this you will get a constant stream of feedback, always that you can use this to increase your probability of getting your email content right to start off with. Email copywriting secret number 7. If you're doing email marketing, that is just one way to communicate with your list. If you do email marketing and social media marketing, you have 2 ways to communicate with your list. If you're doing email marketing, social media marketing, and you have a podcast, and you have a YouTube channel, and you do live streams, you have 5 different streams of communication. Throw in your advertising on Facebook, on Google, or you're doing various other types of marketing as well, and you're sending retargeting ads and all of these different things. The result of doing all of this is you become omnipresent. You show up everywhere your audience are. You get noticed. You get the attention. And that is one of the most important things that you can do in all your marketing is get that attention. When you get the attention, you can then generate the interest. And the more you send emails and the more you communicate with them and the more you build this interest over a long period of time, the more likely they are to buy. So how can you become omnipresent? And how can you leverage this in your email? If you record videos, you can convert your video into an audio. Your audio can become a podcast. People who watch your YouTube channel probably aren't the same people who would listen to your podcast. Some might not. You can get the transcript and turn that into SEO content for your website. You can turn the transcript into content for emails. You can turn the transcript into social media posts. Now, this all goes back to the whole spaghetti at the wall approach back in number 3, I think it was. And if you're recording videos, some of your videos are going to have better engagement and get better results than others. When you can find out what these are, you can then just simply get the transcript and use that to increase your probability that the content that you send in an email is going to be successful. Because it's been successful in video, you'll probably the same ideas and concepts and probably going to be successful when it comes to your emails as well. Now, the way to use this in your email marketing is you record a video, you convert the video to a podcast, you get the transcript, and you convert that into a blog post. What you can do here is in week 1, you can send an email linking to your video. At the bottom of the video is a call to action. In week 2, you can send a link to your audio podcast version, and then people can listen to it. And in week 3, you can send a link to your article that you published on a website. Yes, some people are going to open it and get to see all 3 different formats of it, but the more that they actually read and consume it, the more it consolidates and the more it builds your authority, likability, trust, etc., etc. Just one way to do it. If you record a live video and you can stream that live video across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any other platform that you want to, you can get your assistant on the team to then get the video recording, clean up the video recording, publish them, extract the audio and get the text. And you've got a whole bunch of different content that you can then link to in your emails, whatever you want. That is one of the email copywriting secrets where you can create your emails that are in your voice, that showcase your personality, that get people to form a human connection with you because they can see you, they can interact with you. But let me explain it another way. An email is just text. If you use your email to link to a video, people get to see you. They can see your body language, they can see who you are, they can see what you look like, and that forms a better connection. So you can leverage your email to build these stronger connections as well. And what I would suggest is, if you're going to do this, use it to the maximum leverage. record videos or do lives and then get the audios and text and then get your team to create all these different assets and then just stick them into your email schedule. And this helps you come up with a whole bunch of ideas fast. And then the faster you come up with the ideas, the faster you can test, the faster you can see which wins, the quicker you can optimize your emails. Email copywriting secrets number 8. This is probably one of the most important concepts that I would like to share with you, and that is that email marketing, marketing in general, sales and marketing, and everything is just a math and numbers game. A certain percentage of people will click the link in email, a certain percentage of people will buy. That's just the way that it is. When you send different emails and you test, you're trying to increase that number. Over time, if you continue to test and optimize your emails, you're going to reach a point where you are no longer getting a higher conversion rate because you've reached that ceiling. You've therefore identified an email or a type of email or a type of content or a big idea or a concept, whatever it is, that works with your audience, and you can continue to use it. When that happens, you don't really want to focus more time testing because you already know it's not worth it. And let's say, for example, that you might get 1%, 1 in 100 people. If you continue to sell the same thing to the same people, eventually everyone that's going to buy is going to buy and no one else is going to buy. So what you need to do, you need to continue to increase your list size. If you can continuously increase your list size and you can send emails frequently, such as every single day, when you have reached your ceiling conversion rate that works best for you and your list and your email data and is predictable, the more you can focus on growing your list equals the more sales that you're going to get. The more often that you send emails, the more chances people have to click your link. Sales, marketing, email marketing is just a numbers game. You have to identify what conversion rate is your unique list will generate, and then you need to focus on increasing your list size over a period of time so you can get predictable sales. You can focus on increasing the frequency of emails, so the more emails you send, the more opportunities people have to click the link, and so on and so forth. Email copywriting secret number 9. Instead of sitting down and writing your emails and then send them out, I would highly encourage you to take a step back and think what your end goal is. What do you hope to achieve with your emails? I remember Brian Tracy saying that for every 1 minute of planning, it saves 10 minutes in production later. So if you spend 10 minutes planning, you'll save 100 minutes later when you're actually creating things. The same is true of your emails. If you can spend an hour to actually sit down and think, get your pen and paper out, and to identify the reason why you're sending your emails. Why do you have an email list? What am I doing marketing for? You can identify what your end goal is. Do you want to maximize sales? Are you sending emails to build relationships? Are you sending emails to sell your low priced products? Are you sending emails to get people into your membership? Are you sending emails to build a community? Maybe you're doing all 5. Maybe you're doing something different. The key is, if you can start with your end goal in mind, you know what you're aiming for. It's like if you don't have an end goal in mind and you're just sending emails out at random, which I used to do, and I'm guilty of that working with clients and with my own lists that I've had in the past. It's kind of like, imagine you've been throwing darts at a dartboard. If you throw darts and you're aiming for the triple 20, you're more likely to get it in than if you close your eyes, spin around, and then just throw the dart randomly somewhere in the room. If you have an end target in mind, you can actually work towards it. When you know what your end goal is, you can reverse engineer the best strategy to get there. If your goal is to build a community so you can share your vision and educate the world on whatever it is that you want to educate, a different strategy is required than if your goal is to simply get people to book a call in the first week that they join your email list. When you know what the end goal is, you can reverse engineer the best strategy. You can then see how your emails will fit into this strategy, and this just gives you a better framework to increase your chances of reaching success in a faster period of time. Email copywriting secrets number 10. Consistency is key. Over the previous 9 tips, I've tried to show you that sales marketing, email marketing is just math and numbers. I've tried to show you that you have to guess your way to success and that your unique email list might not meet benchmarks or what other people say that you're going to actually achieve. It's a guessing game. You have to see what works and do more of that, see what doesn't work, do less of that. But the most important thing is consistency. If you start to send daily emails over a period of, say, 2 months, in these 2 months, let's say we have 10 weeks. Each week, you look at the data, you try to optimize. Each week, you look at the data, you try to optimize. Each week, you look at the data, you try to optimize for the following week, so on and so forth. At the end of this, you might not be getting the results that you want. You might then conclude that email marketing is not right for you, and you stop. But that is kind of like, if imagine you're drilling for oil. It's kind of like you can drill one oil well and get 20% of the way down and think this is not working, and then stop, and then start something else and drill 20% of the way down and then stop. Or you can focus on consistency and sticking at it and doing it over the long term, because email marketing has proven itself to work, especially if you're sending daily emails with your list like to receive. You'll push through this, and then you might get 40% down the well, using the same analogy, and still nothing. But eventually, if you continue to do it, probably within 6 months to 12 months, you'll reach 100% down and you'll reach oil. That's the whole point here. When you're sending emails to start off with, you're not going to see results, probably. If you do see results, you're lucky and good for you. But you have to test your way to success. And a key part of consistency is you need to be aware of how long it takes on average for someone who is new to your brand to buy your products and services. You may not know this. It might be something that's a little bit more further along on your journey in your business. But with a client that I worked with in the past, they had a $5,000 program and a $10,000 program. On average, it took 3 months for someone to be introduced to their brand to buy the $5,000 offer, and it took an average of 6 months for someone to be introduced to a brand to buy their $10,000 offer. So if you're selling your $10,000 offer and you don't see results within 3 months of sending emails and nurturing them, if you're not consistent, you would conclude that it's not working, and you'd stop before enough time has elapsed in order for them to feel comfortable to invest in your high-end $10,000 offer. This is why you need to have a more nuanced view of things, and this is why consistency is key. If you don't know how long it takes on average for someone to go from new to your brand to buying your products or services, how do you know how long you should do your emails anyway? And you might find that you get 99% of the way there, and then you decide to give up and quit. Consistency here is key, and the longer that you do it, the more that compounding is going to kick in. And when the compounding starts to kick in, that's when you're going to start to see the bigger results and growth afterwards. So when it comes to doing your emails, you've got to do it consistently. Ideally, you want to have it as part of your marketing plan over years, and to have this longer view of how long you want to do it, rather than just seeing that you didn't make that many sales this week, so therefore it's not gonna work. So okay, let's conclude the email copywriting secrets. Notice how I haven't actually said anything here about writing, about subject lines, about open rates, or anything else to increase the engagement and conversions. And the reason is because I just want to give you a completely different perspective on how to view it. And that the more, you don't need to write the best email in the world. People probably aren't going to read every single word you put. What this video has hopefully conveyed is you need to test your way to success. You need to be consistent. You need to integrate your email marketing into your bigger picture business plan, and how it integrates with your big picture marketing plan, and how it integrates with your 3 month, 6 month, 12 month, 24 month, 5 year plan. And when you can do this and you just keep testing and you find what works and you do more of that, you find what doesn't work and you do less of that, and you do it consistently over a long period of time, I don't see how you could possibly fail. Okay, so that's all for today. If you would like any help in actually implementing any of this that you see, I can help you do that. You can find a way to contact me in the description below. What I typically like to do when I onboard a client is, before anything happens, I'd like to do a bit of a deep dive and a breakdown on what you're currently doing. I can then suggest what I would say is what I would do if I were in your position, or if you were a client, how I'd advise you on the next steps on what you can do. You can then take my advice and do it yourself. You can then decide to work with me and my team, where we can then set up a short contract to test to see if it works. And if we like working with each other, we can then continue on a longer term basis. All of the information you'll find in the description below.